morning, everyone. We are on our way to the tax assessor collector office. In today's YouTube video, it's going to be super awesome. We are going to be going after tax delinquent properties. Now, I'm filming this on my phone, so we're just going to document this whole thing as we go. I'm working on getting GoPros installed in here because my goal is to drop a YouTube video every single day, all of 2025. Now, while that's going to be weighing on me throughout this whole year, I'm going to be doing the real estate business basically solo. But in this time frame, if you guys just like, subscribe, and share, all you gotta do is mirror your boy, and you're gonna get all this game just straight to the YouTube channel, and y'all can just mirror me and close your first real estate deal. If you want to join my private community though, where I'm teaching this more in depth, make sure that you guys click the link in the description below. I'd love to have you there, okay? But today we are going to the tax assessor collector. I got my handy dandy glasses with me, so y'all are gonna be able to go with me, and that's gonna be super cool because normally they don't allow us to record and they don't allow like cameras in the building, but y'all are going to go with me and y'all are going to see kind of like how I do this. And I'm just going to give y'all a general breakdown as well while I'm filming. Okay. So I'll see you guys after the intro. Let's get it.
Immediate passive income on one real estate deal. You find a property that's going into foreclosure.
So we're here at the local tax office. This is big old building behind me. And here, guys, is where you're gonna find the sauce, okay? Now, I kind of want to break this down for all of my people that are watching this right now, because some of y'all might be confused as to why we are targeting tax delinquent properties. And in this video, I'm just gonna be doing a quick deep dive on it. It's nothing gonna be crazy, but if you're watching this, again, this should be value packed for all of you guys, especially if you're just getting into the real estate business, all right? Now, there are reasons why tax delinquent properties are valuable, okay? And there's multitudes of them, but the main reason is because this is where you can get potential pre-probate deals. Now, a lot of y'all might be sleeping on this. You might say, Quentin, what the heck are you talking about? Pre-probate? We're not at the probate office. Well, let me tell you something. There are a lot of properties that will go years without paying property taxes, and the reason why is because the individual who owned the property is already deceased. And so, like, in specific states, okay, and I don't know, this might be different where you're at, but I'm in Texas. Texas is a non-disclosure state. Non-disclosure state means that when a property sells on the open market, you're not really going to know what it's sold for because we don't make that information public. And so we have to have literal access to the MLS to be able to know these things, right? Now, that same concept applies to a lot of different things. While my market is different, your market might be even more different, who knows? But in Texas, if an individual is over the age of 65 years old, okay? If they are over the age of 65 years old, they cannot get their property taken away from them for non-tax payments. And so what you will see is that there are a lot of people who stop paying their property taxes. They you know, when obviously old age hits over the age of 65, it's advantageous for them to just save money and just stop paying their taxes. This isn't everybody, but this is a lot of people. And in San Antonio, we're a very Hispanic place. I can tell you from personal experience, as someone who is Hispanic, we wait until the last day to do everything. I didn't go Christmas shopping until the day before Christmas. That's just how we are, okay? And it's a Mexican thing. Maybe you guys might not understand, but there's differences, okay? Now, why would that even be a factor here? A lot of times, the reason that somebody goes behind on paying taxes is because they decided to stop paying their property taxes and they are dead, okay? Like, meaning that they are DEAD, like they are no longer here. And so then you'll get a lot of these properties that just sit there collecting taxes every single year. Or maybe the wife is living in it and she no longer can afford it, so she stopped paying the taxes, and it was her husband that was paying for all of this in the first place. So these are some of the differential things that you can kind of take into factor when you find somebody who is essentially delinquent on taxes. Now, again, some people have exemptions to tax. Now, when you get this list in here, we're going to go over all of this in a really deep dive YouTube video. They don't just give you a list of properties and say, here, addresses, first name, and everything, have luck. No, they give you a disc and you got to take it even further, okay? They're either going to give you a disc or they're going to email you the list, and you got to come here with a full-blown cashier's check, and they don't accept cash or money or anything like that. A lot of times there isn't even like an online payment. In my county, you actually have to get a full-blown money order, which is what I got here in my hand. This money order I'm going to give to this gentleman, 45 bucks, and he's going to give me hundreds of thousands of property addresses, okay? Now, you're going to have to take this even further and legitimately hire someone online through like a process like Upwork or Fiverr, and in that place, you're going to be able to decrypt this data that you're going to receive from from the tax office, okay? Now, most of the time they don't allow cameras or anything like that in there, but I got my handy dandy camera inside of my glasses, so you guys are gonna kind of get an idea what this looks like. Now, one more thing that I think is valuable to mention before I go in here and I get real estate leads. This is not a process that happens like this, okay? You're probably gonna be about a week out, 2 weeks out before you actually get it. The best time to pull the tax delinquent list is honestly between February and March. If you're watching this video, it's probably gonna be in January. If it's February or March or even after, you can still pull the list, but this is going to be the best time to do it, okay? Now, there's a difference between tax delinquency and a tax lien, okay? A lot of times, a city, state, whatever, I don't know exactly where you're at, but wherever you're at, they'll just foreclose on the property for non-tax payments. A tax lien is different. It's either a lien for two reasons. It might be from the IRS. As a business owner who doesn't pay taxes, you'll get a lien put on your property from the IRS, which is called a federal tax lien. It's different than being tax delinquent, or you'll have a tax delinquent property, which basically means that they're going to put a lien against your property because you've gone multiple years without paying your taxes. Now, again, in Texas, most of these people that are behind on their taxes, they're over the age of 65. So they don't get their properties taken away from them. But if you're under the age of 65, the city can foreclose on your house and the property can be sold at an auction. So those are a couple of things that I think that are notable mentions before I drop in here. And just gonna give you all like a quick run through on the process. We're not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna go up in there, request what I need to request, give them the money order, and then I'm gonna be waiting in line for my internet for them to email it to me, and I'm gonna be at home on my internet stuff with my computer. That's what I'm gonna be doing, okay? Now, you might be wondering, okay, Q, well, how do I decrypt this data and what format do I get the data in? I get this data in either CSV or Excel format if available, if not TRW. TRW, okay? Write that down, put it on a note somewhere, save it, because it's gonna be something that you're probably gonna need. Now, I'm gonna walk in here, I'm gonna do the damn thing, and I'm gonna come out with the next instructions of this video, because I'm gonna show you how to go online and find these different types of people, and I'm gonna give you guys a recommendation from a good friend of mine who cleans up all of my tax delinquent data. When you get tax leads, there's so much more that you can do, and I'm gonna dive into it more when I get to my computer. But for now, come with me and take a look at what I'm gonna do through my glasses. Let's get it. What up, YouTube family? Welcome back. And so we just got the tax list. Now, kind of like a waiting game, right? So it's going to take about maybe 2 to 3 days for us to actually get the list that we need to market to. So in that time frame, I wanted to at least kind of create a cheat sheet for you guys to give y'all more or less a direction, and you could just kind of copy and paste this from the video. If you're wanting the link to this cheat sheet and all of the cool things that come with it inside of the resource vault in our community, I mentioned this like 1,000 times, dude. Get on the other side. It's in the school platform that I utilize. The link is in the description, and I'll probably pin it to the comments. But let's just kind of jump straight into this so I can show you guys what it is that that I feel would be advantageous for you, especially jumping into your real estate game, okay? But this is your checklist for what it is that you're gonna need to do to pull your records from your county. So every county is different. I mentioned this earlier, but you wanna do like a preliminary search before you start driving to these places. Number one, you wanna identify the department that's responsible for all of your tax records. It's either a tax treasurer, tax collector, or an assessor's office. Every county has a different name for it. So make sure that you're able to discover what name your county is. Visit the county's official website for guidelines on accessing tax delinquent data. So, you know, I think that this is worthy to mention that just because you're seeing me get this type of information easily is that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that you can get that's easily, okay? Call them. Don't take no for an answer. This is public records. You want to push until you're blue in the face. and you never have to worry about freaking pushing past anybody again because you're speaking to the right person in the right department. What I've come to find out is that a lot of wholesalers will just like, they didn't ask the right questions. You know what I'm saying? And they're kind of coming off predatory, and the employees will just not like you because of what you're trying to do. They think that we're taking advantage of homeowners. They don't understand, as a wholesaler, we're literally providing them with like all of the solutions in the world to fix a problem where essentially they would not be able to close on that property or sell it if we didn't intervene and do something about it. Okay, so make sure that you don't take no for an answer and that you push all the way through. Now, any fees that are associated with the list, you want to confirm before going down. Now, let me give you an example. I know that I kind of did this off camera, but earlier I was on the phone with a lady and she told me that she was going to take my information down and they were going to call me back. I did not want that. So I went straight down there to the place that I knew where to go with the money order, and I was $5 over, and I paid that amount of money that we needed for the list. In my county, it's $45, $40. So again, sometimes this data can be obtained in person, and other times they want to email it to you, or they want to send it to you direct mail, or you pick it up at the local tax office that's nearest to you, because sometimes there's multiple tax offices. So confirm where the data will be delivered and if it's available either in an online portal and you have to create an account, or by mail in person. Now, some places will require you to have some type of government issued ID or like a formal letter. So if you saw in my video earlier, I was writing out a formal letter. It was very simple. It was just a handwritten letter. And then I signed it at the bottom. And then sometimes they'll have like a form. So make sure that you have that. Now, verify what payment method is required before you go in. And don't, again, you're going to get some kickback. Don't take no for an answer. You want to make sure that you know what type of money you got to bring to the table. Like earlier when I was on the phone with that lady, she didn't necessarily want to tell me, but mainly because she didn't know, but she knows why I'm calling. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of real estate investors that sometimes that are old school go after this. I feel like new school people just kind of sign up for like a freaking subscription, and that's kind of where they're getting all of their data from. We don't want to fall in that category. We're trying to get data and we're trying to get it organically. Okay. Now, the next thing here, right? Verify how you're going to receive payment. Mine's a money order or a cashier's check. Clarify the format of the data that's provided. Sometimes the data can either be printed or it can be given to you in like Excel or CSV, TRW. And understand that when you request this type of information, you're getting every single data point, not just, not just like a regular list like you would download from Deal Machine or PropStream or Batch. Some of these lists are in a weird format. I recommend, if they have it available, Excel spreadsheet, or two, TRW. And TRW is one of the easiest formats to decrypt. I like TRW over Excel spreadsheet because to me, it's just easier for me to siphon through all of the information and I'll pay someone else to do it. Okay. So clarify the format and then whatever types of specific like points that you feel are important here. I always go after delinquent amount and then a time frame, which at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some specifics. Okay. Accessing the data. Visit the office or website as per county requirements, submit the request or fill out forms, pay whatever fees, and make sure that you have a receipt for all of this because it's technically considered a tax write-off. Understand that when you're buying data for your business, that this is also part of your taxes. I'm not giving you guys tax advice, but I'm just kind of telling y'all, make sure that you're putting this in as an expense. Like literally you're spending money on marketing here. Like this is going to be a list that you're going to skip, trace, and cold call when you're done cleaning the data. Now, review the information. Verify the list includes all requested info. Check for the latest update timestamp on the list. So when the most recent tax roll was pulled, cross-reference any unclear data with county staff if needed. And then again, this is the bonus part. You want to hire a freelancer on Upwork, or you can do this on, I believe, Fiverr. I'm going to add that in here as well. And both of these platforms, you can essentially hire someone to clean the data. These are your follow-up actions and bonus actions that I'm throwing into this video just for the sake of it. Okay. Save digital files securely. So store them somewhere safe. I put them in a drive. Plan further analysis of outreach based on the data obtained. Stack against other data points. Like this is a list that you're supposed to stack against your USPS vacant list, your code compliance list. Now, guys, I'm going to be doing more videos on list pulling. This is kind of like one of the entry levels, but if you've been watching my Instagram, you can follow me at Real Quinton Flores. I just did a story and I'm going to archive it and save it on what I feel is the best stack. Okay. So like if you're wanting to learn how to stack leads more accurately, just follow me on Instagram because I'm posting literally every single day and I'm always throwing out deals for people that follow me there versus people that follow me here. Separate probate properties correct blah. Separate properties currently under like an estate problem. Okay. So like currently, meant to put that in there. That's my fault. I have to fix it. Otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. Currently under an estate, which means that they're like in probate. Okay. So like the name will say something like EST of, and then San Juan or something. And now you know that like that's an individual who just recently died. So like you can separate the list by this, right? So separate properties by tax exemption as well, disabled, senior, veteran, etc. This is the format cheat sheet that I like to go for whenever I am requesting this information from anybody. So I want them to be behind on taxes 2 years or more. I keep business names and LLCs, so corporate, estate, EST, XYZ. And then this is what I like for my columns: their account number for their taxes, their name, first name, last name, mailing address, mailing city, mailing state, mailing zip, property city, property state, property zip, property addy, and then the total amount due for their taxes. This is what I copy and paste this. And this is what you will essentially send to your person on Upwork.com or Fiverr that you hire to clean your tax roll. Okay. So like from this point, guys, there is a resource that I'm going to share with you. You make sure that when you message him, you tell him Quentin Flores sent me. Okay. Because he'll give you premium pricing and he'll also hook me up just for kind of giving you guys the plug. So again, going back to this is the dude that I've been working with for the longest time. And his name is, Ing, which is super cool. Lang. So, I mean, I call him ING Solution. I just call him Ing for short. But this guy has been literally fixing data for me all of the time. We're already in talks because I just pulled the most recent tax delinquent data, obviously. But he does everything. So this is the guy that I recommend. He's amazing. He's not very popular on this platform, but he knows exactly what I need and he can do so many other different things. He may even know how to access your county and give you whatever your preferred tax roll would be. But he'll take your TRW or your Excel spreadsheet and he'll format it to your liking, utilizing this same thing that I was showing you guys on this checklist here, because this is exactly what I go for. And he'll put it in a sheet for you so that you can utilize it for your marketing efforts. So guys, I hope y'all got value from today's session. Thank you all for riding with me as I went to the tax office today. And if you got value from this, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and as always, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And you can check out one of these videos here. I promise you, it's all game. Okay. So love to see you in my private community. Hit the link in the description or hit the link inside of the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's get it.